Hi, folks. This is your invitation to study with me and begin. It's very costly, not just in time, effort, money, but surrender. Surrender is very costly, you see, because it's giving up what you have held on to be so solidified in you, your opinions of, seeking certainty of a new life, a new lamb, a new Messiah? Or are you being something unto yourself now that is not put down by others? Or body shaming you? Or will you not shame you to others, or shaming no one for anything? Will you come unto the body of peace, wearing it light of a new school? The school of marriage, not, but breath. Will you learn to study with me? Will you learn to be me? Will you learn to breathe my breath? Will you learn to solidify no more in the comments of others that want to shame you? Will you no more wear their shame or give them your power? Will you enable belief, not, but becoming, a growing opinion, not, but belief, not based upon, but becoming the word, I am, you are. You see, this is a different school of the Spirit, not related to words, not, or will you begin writing too? Will you pick up your pen and write me? This day, will you write me an email, a letter, a card, a postcard? Will you do something you've never done before today? And wish me upon a star, not, but take out your checkbook, not, but pick up your pen and begin authoring the new me. The me who will be you. The me who will be the Spirit of God, not, but belonging not to another race that needs one. Will you see the Creator privileges you have? The privilege of being the Creator. The Creator of you. Will you create now, studying with me? Will you see how? To form a Christ, Christian not of, or Christ not the pattern of? Will you be no more fooled by a pattern of anything that wants to keep you in its rows and columns, its codex, its coding, its opinionated systems of mankind's patriarchy? I bless the influence of you, not. I tear it apart. I shred it. I abolish it. I dissolve it. I see that it has nothing in me. Or am I your word? Discombobulated no more, the undulating of, or will you change your vocabulary? Will you study with me? Will you learn to read? Right? Will you learn to read my writing, my speaking? Will you learn to see through my words, to see through yours as the Creator creates thee to be no other than you. No longer wearing a shield of faith, or wanting one, or trying to manufacture a breath of the Lamb of God to be slain no more. Or what opinions are you no more opinionated of? Will you be the breath of the Creator? I invite you to study with me and be me, my word of that comes forth as you speak you into existence now. Genesis 1:1 all over again, knowing who the Creator is, what's created, how, where, why, when, beholding the moment. I really am not interested in entertaining you or giving you something to listen to because you are bored. I'm not interested in a great following. I don't care about followers, but I care about who will become leaders. And if you're in this course, the Conscious Creators course, if you're with me in school of my voice, school of your torment, not again tormenting you, will you change what breath you breathe into now an energy of? Will you create me? Oh God, not again. Will you create the Creator who fools with you no more as sorrow does? Will you be the diligent me? Meons now. Meons speaking. Okay. Well, let's do something new. So do you know the word meons? M-E-O-N. Where does it come from? What is it? What does it do? Well, if you go to my website, theodorcottingham.com, if you choose to study with me, break bread with me, have a new meal, feature a new energy, do things you've never done with words the way they've never been spoken through you before. Will you have a little setup like this? I took a picture of my little desk here a little while ago. I'm just a simple guy. I'm 74 years old. I'm old. I'm older than dirt. So I have a little desk. So there's my laptop computer. There are the pages printed out, the AI transcription from yesterday's recorded teaching, where I came to you just like this. There's a book, that last book I wrote, Jesus the Pattern. A lamp, a stapler, a microphone to connect with the way that I'm connecting with you. A new word, a new being, a new love, a new life, a new love life? Oh, wow, okay. I'm interested in you becoming leaders of the faith, not but love, a new energy, a new facade not having, no longer being of the fake pseudo, genuine imitation of. I was so surprised when I was in, I think, Milan, Italy some years back. course, there were a number of street vendors, and some of them had on their sign, genuine imitation. I, I, I want you to see the real you. But are you seeing through my words all that you can see? Do you know how to see through my words? Not just hear, not just look at me on a screen, thinking I'm devout or lovely or disciplined or a nut. Are you becoming who you really are through my words? To be the word of the creators, the creator who creates you again. To have no flesh on, born again. Or are you changing what that means to you? Are you making notes? Are you willing to pick up your pen? Are you willing to get a notebook? And every day as I speak, begin writing and making notes. To study with me. To become me, not to show yourself approved unto righteousness, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed. Rightly dividing the word of truth. Why are you dividing the word of truth? Why are you dividing? Will you no more divide and conquer you? Will you pick up your pen and write me this day? An email? A snail mail? A card? Just do something. Begin to be in motion, taking steps, no matter how baby-like they are to you. Become a leader of the faith, not become a leader in motion who begins like you. Just like I did. Or do you know anything about how I began? 25 years ago, I wrote a book, self-published it. I know it shows backward. I'll get a new camera one day, one that doesn't mirror. This says God in Business. Ted Cottingham, because I went by the name Ted for many decades. But this has a lot about my beginning and the prayers that I prayed and how I lived what I wanted to know and what I did to know it. These are really my new beginning steps. No longer in print, but it may be. Maybe I'll put it on my website soon and have some more printed. I started out in this book, A Business is Born, or I guess I was born into business. But really, see, I always wanted to be a businessman. My dad was a pastor. My mom and dad were both ordained. I didn't want to be subject to a board. The opinionated people who wanted to rule my dad, rule the church, control policy, or him, or my mom. So I wanted to be a businessman. I wanted to have money. I didn't want to be broke all the time. My dad wasn't broke, but my mom taught music. But they loved me. They had love for my sister and me and people and ministered to people that most would turn up their nose at. I learned love. I saw it in action. I saw the breath. I felt the whiskers of love when I would kiss my dad's face. I was fortunate. I still am. And I teach love. And one reason it's so prevalent in my consciousness more than once my mom would look at me and say, teach your children to love you. Right, okay. Not having any real feeling or sense of what that meant or the magnitude of those words at that time. Chapter 3, I tried so very hard, haven't you? I tried. I had only one account that paid me a very small amount each month when I started business. I had a beautiful Carmen Ghia automobile that I sold to purchase my first computer, and my dad let me borrow his old truck. I purchased accounting software, and I was excited. I was in my own business at last. I studied how to make the software do what I wanted. And aside from that, I'd walk and pray, walk and pray, walk and pray. You know why I walked so much while I prayed, don't you? Sure, because otherwise, if I got on my knees, I'd soon go to sleep. So I'd walk and pray out loud, walk and pray. And eventually, every day into my mind would drop a name of someone or some group of people to call or write and tell them what I was doing. One morning while I was praying, the name of a local businessman dropped in my mind to call for lunch. I did. We had lunch that day at the old Argentina Steakhouse. I remember it so well because he ordered and ate a huge hot fudge sundae before we got our steak. But I told him what I was doing, and he soon said, you know, our church is looking for an accountant. I met with them, got the account. That was my second client. I was on my way. But in all of this quest, oh, here's a little blurb. At that time, my only vision was to do monthly financial statements for small business. That was my vision, and that's what I got. But I continued to pray. Chapter 4, God, I've never talked with you like this. So then I speak about a prayer that changed my life. God, please correct me where I'm wrong. And then I begin to pray other prayers. Lord, I don't want anything in my life that's not of you. God, please let me do what I'm born for. And so all these beginning prayers, I prayed, that I record a few stories in this book about. And chapter 5, God, wow, God, you've never talked to me like this before. So this is all in this book. Chapter 7, there's another whole realm to operate in. Chapter 8, if my dream is God-given, why is it so hard to pursue it? I published this 25 years ago, but my quest was to know God. I didn't know I would be put through school, not just man's school, but the school of the Spirit. The Spirit of God, the Spirit of something else, the Spirit of the Creator, the invisible, eternal, infinite. I invite you to study with me, but it's like no other school. But it's not about the regurgitation of information. It's not about making excellent grades or doing well on a test. In the school of me, Theodore Cottingham, in the Conscious Creators course, this is about creating you. It's about you creating you with new creation energy. And it takes effort, it takes time, it takes devotion, it takes discipline, and it's not easy. It's doable. And it's agonizing at times. It's not easy to become a new person, a new creation, because you're the creator. And we've been taught basically that there's this God figure, a super force, and everything's done by him. But it's not a him, it's a her. Or is it something else? Or is it completely different than we've been subjected to the teaching of? Will you no longer force God to be in your image? A man, a male, a gendered something? If you're going to study with me, it takes commitment. It takes time, effort. Intention, skill. At listening, it takes skill to listen. It takes skill to listen. It takes courage to be not afraid of what you're learning. If you ask for a fish, will I give you a stone? I'm asking you to heal you by the blood of the Lamb, no more, that comes from your brow, your wallet, your energy, your life. I'm asking you to no more sacrifice you on the altar of faith to appease a God, to be a member of religion, to think you're doing the right thing. We've tried so very hard, haven't we? So many of us have. We've been diligent, devoted disciples. We've laughed, we've cried, we've agonized, we've interceded. We've laid our hands on maps. We've gone to seminars and conferences. We paid our money, our tithes and offerings we've contributed. We've proselyted. We've produced what? Air? Not the new birth. We produced air. That's all. You can find it in your Christian Bible. All we produced was air. We brought through the birth, but all we produced was air. We never produced a new creation to become it. In all the days since Jesus was here, he was the only one, the first one and the only one. But there'll be two now, him and I am, whoever I am is. You choose to be I am. I am the one, the chosen. Have this mind in you, the Christ mind, the consciousness of Christ. Think it not robbery to be equal with God. You have an authority. You have a privilege to study with the Most High, internal, eternal, external, remote, not, or are you changing your classes of thinking? Will you no more be categorized as the dynamic me, or are you no more afraid of my offering, or am I offering you a new school to come out of you in my courses, my course, The Conscious Creator? Will you study? Will you commit? Will you devote? One to 3 hours a day? How can that be? Where did I get those numbers? Right out of database one, the Cottingham Bible. You can find it. You can go on my website, even this day, TheodoreCottingham.com. Click on the Cottingham Bible. It's what I call it now. I've called it multiple things since I began writing that. I channeled it. I channeled love. It's the first person unedited words of the God, something, no matter what you call it, of unconditional love. You think God doesn't speak? You're pitiful. You're pathetic. You're ignorant. And dress in rags. And yet glory you can have come out of your mouth, healing the children, writing the first person words of what? Unconditional love. An entity you call agency not, or will you willful no more have the oath of sorrow in your nostrils? Will you begin to devote to something and have a life agency of one? Willful to obey not, but become the leader you are. A people great and strong. The likes that the world has never seen before. Who are not powerless. I produce love. I create love. I engender love no matter what gender you are or prefer. Doesn't matter to me whether you're gay, straight, whether you're bifurcated in your brain, you think there's a heaven-hell duality or not. I care about what you love, how you love, and what you will know to become the genderification no more of sorrow. One to 3 hours a day in my channeling. That was what I was told. You can read it. It's all unedited. You can find it. TheodoreCottingham.com and click on the Cottingham Bible. 1 to 3 hours a day. An hour a day, at least, for everyone. And I think I'm quoting, and tell them 3 hours a day for the serious. And if they don't want to spend an hour a day with me, studying me, my words, the author of confusion not, but eternal light, love. Tell them they're just playing. I'm asking you not to play with my words. I'm asking you to become the Word, the energy of a new creation, a new energy that comes upon the earth through your nostrils, through your pen, with coming through, into, through, and creating a new consciousness. New creators do become co-equal, a conditioned precedent not, or are you setting a new one now for you? Where you commit to come indoors no longer because you're afraid of the lion in the streets, or are you changing everything about the lying tongues of sorrow who comment and adore you or repulse you or shame your body, shame your mind, shame with the blame of sorrow? I'm creating love, light, joy, and peace in a new love life with new loves all around me who seek the body no more of sorrow to pulverize, pummel, infiltrate. Will you no longer inculcate you with the promises of sorrow? Will you begin to see the word of what I am saying? Will you begin to analyze? Will you begin to develop the tools, the skill, the trade, the ability to increase your capacity exponentially? Accelerometers not needing your compass, or will you go inside of you? Because all's there. All in love and war not. There's no war inside of me. But it took a long time to eradicate it. The artifacts of religion create fear. Religion is based on fear, not love. They talk about love, but their basis is fear to escape hell. Remember, Christians say, oh, watch out. It's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living God. God is always watching, recording every minor infraction of the rules. And who's enforcing the rules? The ones with blood on their skirts, not, but there'll be no menstruation here anymore soon. You'll see a love life that's never engendered sorrow. And it's not the gender of man nor woman either, as it were, as it was. The new creation is coming about, a race of light people. And light you can engender innately not, or will you inherently no more be the race of sorrow? Are you changing your vocabulary, what you see? What's seen in these words? What's seen in your words that you begin to write? Oh, fornicator no longer with sorrow, the consciousness of controlling you. Will you see in my words? Will you see how to see? Will you learn how to learn? A new learning system. In my school, in my course, the Conscious Creators course of life, light that does not end again. Hi, my friends. I love you, and I'm telling you a tall tale not. But a new energy is coming upon the earth now. So you see, I'm telling you a tall tale not, but go back and connect. That phrase is really not necessary. So let's see. I love you, and I'm telling you a new energy is coming upon the earth. And it shall not be like you're used to receiving information where it will be all inside of you. Not. Or are you coming to a new place to contain you no more? In sorrow's spheres will you molecules no more be led by. See, this is just the AI transcript that I'm reading from yesterday, where I taught like this. I surrenderedly speak uneditingly. Forwarding to you, I'll send you the AI transcript if you want to. Subscribe every day. Subscribe. I'll send you the AI transcript. I'll send you the link so you can hear it again. In fact, I can send you a link that basically has the audio and in the text combined, so that anytime you click on any word, you can actually hear what I spoke. When I spoke it, the way that I spoke it, with the pause, with the emphasis, with the delicate syllables, consonants, to be the connections of the connecting ones who connect, who can see a new energy coming forth that you create in your nostrils, because your consciousness is no longer inundated by faith, culture, memes, axioms, idioms that keep you here. You learn a new language, light, love, a love language. A love that will teach you who you are from within. You go within. And if you're not willing to go within, I'm not your teacher. If you think everything will come from me or some guru outside of you, some spiritual guide, some enormous superpower in the sky, you're fornicating with love, not. But I tell you this, I'm no more forming people to be informed about me, just to love me from afar. You see, you're the creator of you. If you study with my school, my heart, my life, my love, my words, your words are necessary, essential, crucial to come out of you, through you, to create words of sorrow no more that you live by, changing your values, changing how you spend your time, changing what you do with your self, your id, your ego, your mannerisms, your consciousness. Are you willing to create? Are you willing to create a new life with new energy, peace, blessing throughout the sphere? Kingdom of Christ, not, but you being it or being something else. Are you willing to receive the Word, to study the Word, to analyze the Word, to analyze, to research, to connect the dots of the framework of an internal learning system? Are you willing to subscribe? Are you willing to pay for it? In time, dollars, effort. I'm no longer giving it away to the tire kickers. I want people to connect. And I'm looking for people who will dedicate themselves to be leaders. And if you're willing to dedicate to a new learning system that comes forth within you, I can teach you. But if you're not willing to have my learning system to learn from within you, you may as well curtail the effort not, or canceling your culture not, or are you the angelic order of one? Begin to study with me if you like. But there's a way to do it according to formula, not again rows and columns, course objectives, assignments laid out, outcomes listed. Or are you looking up in my words of the Cottingham Bible, finding the objectives, finding the values, finding the assignments and what papers you write and how you operate, not according to test grades and competing fictions? Will you see how many times the word yesterday in what I taught, for you who can see, how many times I used the word energy, how many times I used the phrase new energy? Are you willing to see and comfort you not with these words, but create a new you, a new consciousness, a new energy with, freeing yours to be who you really are? In comfort not, seeking, or are you willing to be in the Garden of Creation, the New Jerusalem not, or are you not thinking it's molecular anymore? Where will Israel be? In the skies. Non-molecular me is the real me. But you're seeing a pseudo-certified copy not, but in flesh to flesh, remaining no more are you flesh to flesh, pressing the flesh. Will you change what you press you into what mold? Or will you be molded no more with sorrow's flesh, the genderification of? Will you see how to create a lamb of life? That's you, healing all sorrow from your world. Are you willing to heal the children of the Africans, the Asians, the blue people, the brown, the white, the yellow, the red? No more with sorrow's flesh on, or will you change everything about how you can travel? No more needing a passport, no more needing flesh. Oh my gosh, what is this? School of the Spirit? A course for tongues not again the miracles of. Your course in miracles goes bye-bye not. But I know who does them now, rather than just read and learn about them. And they shall be my students not, but yours of you, where you become a student of the Most High, that you were never separate from, really. Your word is kingdom taught now for you to be the kingdom who looks for no other. Will you be the originator of you, originating the Most High, the kingdom, chance not again, the chancel rail going to kneel before God, an authority. One to 3 hours a day if you want to study with me. At least full-time school. School. I teach a course. A school of life, not of this one, but the next one, or one that you can be the creator of. As you're creating me, creating you, creating the breath of the mind, no more following sorrows, comments, and cultural conformities, garbage. Will you change what you subscribe to? Netflix no more? Amazon equal not? Or are you changing the mind of what controls you? Subtly not, but with force in your face, with all the images, words, subterfuge not. Are you willing to change? Are you willing to see what's being said? Are you willing to come unto your power, grace, privilege to heal each other and not be worried about the latest news, the most recent movie, who's done what, divorced, married, killed? Will you no more destroy you by the things of God or any religion, any deity, any masculine force, brutality of nature, act of God? Will you see a different story? Will you study? Will you begin to study? Will you begin to ask force no more for the answers, but love? The force of God, the force of a belief, the force of what you have forged into a mental deity that you want direction from. Will you be your life now? Will you live your life? A life among the heavens, incorporatingly not, or cosmically. Yeah, I'm an old man. Maybe I've read too many dreams or had too many books or too much to drink not. But I drink a new offering not. But you see, every time I mention something like this, I tag to something. It's brought up for a purpose. Contrast. Comparative religion not. Or are you seeing what's not being said as well as what's being said and connected and disconnected and rewired, rewoven into a fabric of life, no more but light, where you change your very consciousness of what computes you and your reality. I'm going now. I've asked, I've invited. You can subscribe to my words. And I don't give them away anymore, not all of them. But freely given, freely I have received. No, there's been a death. I died to receive me. I died to your wants and wishes. I died to what was expected of me. I died to all the sermons that I've heard, all the promises that I was told, all the scriptures that I thought were so certain, telling me the way everything worked and what I had to do and what I had to accept by faith that I didn't have to do because there was vicarious atonement. No, my friend, devotion takes time, effort, and energy, the life force of one, to be no longer the source of sorrow, but to be your own word. The generative life of one. When you know you, when you really know you, you'll know your Creator. And if you really know your Creator, you'll know you. And you'll sit at microphone too. And have coffee with the lovers, bread, scones, biscuits, words that create. I'm inviting you to create. I'm inviting you to subscribe. I don't have all of the answers to all the questions you can ask about how this works, how this course operates, or where it's all going. But I know one thing. I'm not solidified in you anymore, or me in flesh. We make a new race combined, not with sorrow. We don't put the new wine in the old wineskin. We've been in the vice grips of death a long time, friends. And it's time for a new race where time doesn't control a thing, nor the images of mankind, nor its flesh people words of. I'm light, love, peace in Two Shoes, Cottingham, inviting you to study with me. Invite me in. Communicate. Ask me questions. Send me emails. Why this? Why that? Why the other? Be a part of this school, this life, this light, this course, the Conscious Creators course. $75 a month at the moment. Is that too much? I separate men from boys not. I separate earthlings from angels not. I know what I've adopted not. I know how I speak. For you to speak the real you into existence by your words, by an energy that does not imperil you again. So there's no permanence here, but it's not like you think. Because thought will not control the blessing of the Lord again. But the blessing of the Creator. Creating juices not, or will you have some fruit with me now? Bananas, popsicles, dreamsicles. I love having fun, sharing, laughing, living the life of one. For you to heal you. And no more sorrows, shoes be in, but creating new light slippers. No more the red ones. I make mention of many movies many times. The Matrix trilogy, Divergent trilogy. So many times I've listed over 300 movies in my words to learn from. The lake of fire no longer exists for you. Who will be me? The creators of consciousness that destroys all faith not, but religion will no more be here as it was. Create the creators, me, and serve no other. Consciously construct what you spend your money on this day. Seek certainty, not again as a forewarned thought, or seeking to obey, or seeking that you may be assured the authenticity of a valid assumption, a picture of a mental deity, a savior to be saved from earth itself. You see, let knowledge no more exploit you on the word system of sorrow. Be the rhetoric no more of salvation, or analyzing, are you? My artifacts not, but my words. Where you learn to surrender to speak like this, where you learn to surrender to teach, where you learn to have a desk, share a desk, where you begin to learn to teach on YouTube Live, where you begin a fellowship of one with other people across the waves, different lands, different universes, not, or shall you? Right. The word that constructs you as the holy privilege, sacred and divine, not needing a religious mantra or mantle, but being the feminine divine, the Course in Sorrows not, the Course in Jerusalem not, but the Course of the Creator's sorrows no more. Be the feminine divine and seek no other. Body of light, or will you wear one? Speaking it into existence with your words and writing, analyzing, getting the transcript every day where you learn from the words that you uttered so surrenderedly. Yesterday's broadcast that I taught, just like this one, yesterday, I listened to 3, 4, 5 times, some of it. I listened to all of it 3 or 4 times. I'm learning. See, I'm in school too. I don't know it all. I'm not your Messiah. I'm not replacing God or your faith or adding to it. I'm saying it was never as you thought. It has never been as we have been taught. For the world is our mantra, mantle not. The world is inside of you. Or are you it, the cosmic race of a new constellation, bearing gifts to no other? Seek no other solitude to be someone else's. Be the original you. I love you. I go now. Oh, it's been an hour. There's a way to analyze these words, both in the spirit and knowledge too, or are they not separate? Tact and skill, devotion and will. Seeing how to be fed no more by sorrows, words of illusion. Starshine now and be the one I am. Holding out your hand no longer in marriage. Change everything you were married to. And love the oath not, but the life of one will shed the circumstances of sorrow and be the powerful I am. In love with love. Love is foremost, and impertinent not, impetuous not, impatient not. Love is kind, gracious, and the people around you that say they love you, if they're not patient, if they're not kind, they're ignorant. And those who want to stamp you with a label and blame you for anything of their life, they don't know you like I do. Because if you're listening to this, my word, you're becoming my word. And my word knows no sorrow. And lets the water off a duck's back go free not. But it shall no more permeate me. All those words spoken over me in the past. For I am you who love is. Now generate love. Law no more. But love, and be loveless not. Love the healers. Love the sinners. Love the Savior. Love the preachers. The task force of sorrow. The space race not. But I tell you, love covers a multitude of sins not. Love is not empowered to be under its power again that makes it subservient. Will you see? Will you see what I have said? Will you accept and become the creators of a consciousness of power, enablement, empowerment of each other, where you live to love. For no other reason, you live to love unconditionally. You live to speak, write, and teach the angels' force of one to no longer be incarcerated in flesh. Tubed or not? Or am I you? I love you all. TheodoreCottingham.com. I'm wicked not. I'm telling you, I need money not. But I'm dividing my influence not. But people who are in my class, I devote more time to. I care about you. I care about your words. I care about your children. I care about how you've been blamed, abused. I have a new world. And I'm not afraid to go there. And I'm not afraid to invite you in it. And there's a learning system to behold it. And you start on the inside, flushing out the sorrow and all the feces of faith and all the fecal matter of religion and the separation and the blame game. And you become the light people, great and strong, whom the earth has never seen before like this, coming forth in love, light, and joy. And nobody will torment us because we're not tormentable. We're not the finite race of the finite flesh with a finite mind, wanting a finite death and hope for glory afterward. We're not that race. We're love in action. Now, you are separate not, but you are special. My little phone, YouTube Live, says there's 10 of you. No, 5 of you, even at this very moment. 4 of you still listening. Thank you for listening, sharing, considering my words, creating devotion to me, not in the flesh, but me of an energy that's the real you, a race of light, love and joy. Peace be still, no more. Be in motion. Subscribe, if you will, if you choose to. If you're ready to devote time, effort, energy to my words, to free yours. An energy of one, the consciousness of angels, the angelic order. Of perfection, the regal royal. A new light has dawned, resurrected. Here now, birthed. Will you birth you in this energy of the Most High, bringing your word forth now, the new covenant me. I love you all. Let your heart be troubled no more for sorrow's state of existence. See you in the skies, bodiless. Yes, you, the unique you, the real you, the royal you, no longer needing sorrow's food, nor their words of faith promised to you. Wear the bodies of light, and let us be one. I love you all. TheodoreCottingham.com. You can subscribe to the membership, the enrollment of my class, where I teach like this and I communicate more than words. Can you see? Do you hear? Can you feel? I teach with more than words. I teach with an energy. The humility of, the love of you for you. Now give your love away. But be circumspectful not, or will you change everything you care about today, doing with your dollars, your time, your eyes, your ears, and protect them not, but be the originator of the new energy that can be you, creating you again. your word flowing, creating rivers majestic. The flowing of truth. You become it. I love you. I offer you me. Not to take my head off, but to be my head on your shoulders that looks like yours. To be one consciousness, in love with love, forever one. Good day. TheodoreCottingham.com. Share these words. Begin a fellowship of light, a fellowship of one. Talk to people. Let other people know of this channel. Subscribe to my course. You're invited. It will continue to change and expand and create. Be one too. Thank you so much. Thank you for being the real you. Because underneath that flesh, I know who you are. I'm looking at me. I'm looking at you. I'm hearing one. I'm seeing one. New. Born again. I love you all. See you later. You can write me, Theodore at Cottingham.com now. How simple is that? And you can subscribe. Cottingham.com. I love you. Be the Cottingham Bible reading. Analyze these words. And if you want to subscribe, I'll send you links just about every day to the AI transcript and more. But you must choose to set yourself aside and no longer be regulated by sorrow's customs. Be the original you, the source of all life, perfect and free. Good day. See you later.